up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Josh, and today's video is going to be about my audition experience for the Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. So I auditioned to be a character performer at Disney World back in February of 2023, actually. So I auditioned as part of the Disney College program. And today I just kind of want to talk to you guys about what the audition process was like and everything that I experienced during that audition. So to get started, first off, for my audition, you actually had to be applying for the college program in order to audition for this specific character performance opportunity. However, they have many other auditions and performance opportunities for non-college program participants as well, but this one specifically was for the college program. So my very first initial audition actually was an online submission. So I had to videotape myself and I had to learn a dance that Disney recorded for us, and the choreographer walked us through the dance and then showed us at the end exactly what it should look like. So I recorded the dance, and I would say the difficulty was probably a more beginner dance, right? You don't need a ton of dance experience to be able to learn that initial dance, right? This is just the very first dance. They're not looking for dancers per se, just can you move your body, can you tell a story while you move, right? And then they also gave us a script of something to read. So this was just kind of showcasing, can you storytell? Can you, animate with your body, and can you talk well and enunciate, and can you show us that you can really tell a story, right? That is exactly what they are looking for. So the number one thing is, can you tell a story? And so, I read the little snippet. Well, actually, I memorized it and performed it in front of the camera, and then I danced in front of the camera, and then submitted it off to Disney. And then a couple weeks later, I got an email from them saying, hey, we would love to have a callback for your audition with us. Please choose one of these dates and cities. So they went basically all across America, from Texas all the way east. So they went to Austin, Texas. They went to a few cities in the middle of the country. They went to Orlando, Atlanta, and then they went to the city that I was living in at the time, Washington, D.C. So I had my callback at Washington, D.C. I woke up that morning, took the metro train down there, and I checked in, and they gave me a number, and they were like, all right, here's your room. You can warm up with all these people, and we'll be with you in a moment. So basically, all these other college program participants that got a callback were also in the room with me. So we were all kind of just stretching and getting ready and getting to know each other. Super excited, and it wasn't like a normal performance audition experience where people are very mean and nasty. Everyone was very nice, very excited, very talkative. So it was a really good experience there. Then the casting directors came in the room and they introduced themselves to all of us, and the choreographer came in and taught us a dance. And so this dance was definitely more difficult than the original audition, but it still wasn't anything too crazy. So if you have any musical theater experience, I think you would be just fine learning the dance. If you have no dance experience whatsoever, that's totally okay too. They're really just looking, can you move your body? Can you animate with your face and have huge facial expressions? Can you tell a story? And so they also had us do an animation exercise. Now, an animation exercise basically is showing, telling a story with your body with no words. So our prompt was, I actually don't exactly remember what our prompt was, but they have a bunch of different prompts. And it was something along the line with, you're doing a winter activity, So pick a winter activity you're going to show us, and that might have honestly been what they asked us to do. Right? Pick a winter activity and animate with your body for 8 counts, right? So that's, probably 30 seconds. So, you can choose, oh, I'm going skiing, or, oh, I'm going to have a snowball fight, oh, I'm making a snowman, whatever. But what they look for is they look for a clear beginning, a clear middle, and a clear end, right? So you really need to tell a story through this animation. And then you do the dance, right? So when we were learning the dance, we were all together, I think there were 30 of us at the callback, so all 30 of us were learning this dance. And then they had us go 4x4, right? So 4 of us would go at a time, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and then they would have a switch. And then the other 2 who were in the back are in the front and vice versa. And so you would do the animation exercise for the first 8 counts, and then you would finish with the dance, right? So that's happening. The casting directors are watching all of us. They're taking notes. And then at the end of it, they are like, all right, thank you so much for showing us. We're just going to keep a couple of you for a few additional things. But just because we didn't keep you doesn't mean we're not going to use you for Disney entertainment, right? So a lot of auditions, once you're cut after that first round, it's basically like, sorry, you didn't get the opportunity with us. Keep auditioning in the future, something might happen. But for this one, it was actually, even if your name isn't called, you're still in consideration for the roles, right? So they maybe had about 10 of us stay and the rest left. And I was one of the numbers that was called to stay. And so what they had me do is they measured my height again, and they just measured different aspects of my body. And this is just to make sure you can fit in the costumes that they're looking for. And then they had me actually read for a specific part, right? So they gave me a huge script. It was like a little monologue, and I didn't need to memorize it or anything, but I just familiarized myself with it. And a few other people also got scripts, so we all familiarized ourselves with the scripts. And then the casting director was like, okay, you're next. So we went one by one to read our parts. And so we read it, and then the casting directors would give us some notes. So, like, hey, can you try to be more playful when you're delivering that? Can you raise your voice? Can you try a different accent? They'll really walk you through what exactly they're looking for. And then once they think it's ready to film, they have a camera in your face, and they're like, okay, just do it exactly like you just did it in front of the camera. They record it for you. And that's just to show the other casting directors that aren't necessarily there at the moment. And then they say, okay, thank you so much for your time, and you move on with your day. And then probably about a month later, I got an email with my acceptance offer into the Disney College program and saying that my role was going to be in entertainment at Walt Disney World. So it was super exciting. It was a super amazing experience. I loved the audition process. It really wasn't too intimidating at all. If you have auditioned before and you didn't get it, I really would recommend, just keep putting yourself out there, keep trying, because I know so many people who have been auditioning for years and they finally get it, because maybe Disney isn't looking for your exact look or your exact height right at this moment, but maybe a few years down the line or even a few months down the line, they could be looking for you, so keep putting yourself out there, keep auditioning, keep honing in your skills, improving your dancing, improving your storytelling and acting. And yeah, I really had an amazing experience doing entertainment at Walt Disney World on my college program. And then I also did it, continued into full-time and did a bunch of different stuff. I was in parades over there, I was in shows. So it really was such a fun time. So yeah, I would just really recommend keep putting yourself out there. You never know what might happen. So yeah, that's all that I have to say for this video. I'm going to make another video about just different tips and tricks I have for auditioning for Disney Live Entertainment in general. But this was just kind of a walkthrough of my audition experience. If you have any questions, please don't be hesitant to let me down below in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe so you can see videos similar to this. I'm making a bunch of different college program material. And I'm also just going to be walking you guys through life in Tokyo because I'm moving there in a little bit. So yeah, just please subscribe, like this video if it was helpful, and I can't wait to see you guys very soon. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Ciao!